Well, it appears that Tommy Robinson has been photographed with some soldiers who he met, it appears quite by chance, and had his photograph taken with them, and they seem very pleased to have their photographs taken with him. But of course, it's triggered the deep state political establishment. Tommy Robinson, of course, is a maverick. He's deeply unpopular with mainstream political parties, and it hasn't taken long before the army felt that they needed to make a statement that anything to do with their values, or which isn't in keeping with British Army values, is going to be investigated. Well, no. Okay, let me tell you a few things about army values, because I've spent a little bit of time in the army, not great distinguished service, I don't pretend it was. But being in the army is about sticking up for your mates, looking out for your mates. That's what being in the army is all about. And if we had a little bit more of that with senior policemen, it might be a good thing, because I can't imagine a soldier ever leaving a mate who was being stabbed and locking himself in the car. But I won't go down that route. So, let me explain that the British Army is non-political. It's non-political, and if a bunch of soldiers want to have their photograph taken with anybody they like, it's not against army values, whatever army values are. Let's forget about what army values may be, which is a subjective judgment, and talk about Queen's regulations. There's nothing in Queen's regulations that says you can't have your photograph taken with a celebrity. It doesn't matter how unpopular that celebrity could be with the Prime Minister of the day. So let's stop all this humbug, and if the British Army's got time to investigate something, if they want to get involved in politics, which I counsel that they shouldn't, they might spend some time trying to protect the veterans who are being hounded by this government for their service years ago in Northern Ireland. They might also, like perhaps the senior generals, to start protesting that our army now has been turned into the smallest army the British have had for 150 years. That's what the British Army problems are. Let's face up to the real problems with the British Army. And not this bogus nonsense that we've got with the snap of some soldiers with Tommy Robinson. Dear oh dear, sometimes I despair, I really do.